You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to Tuesday, everybody. It's TV8's Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Liz. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and enjoyed the Super Bowl and all that great stuff. But we're moving forward with a lot of great things. We have so many wonderful guests for you guys. Sit back, enjoy your morning delicious coffee and anything else. It is National Latte Day, so enjoy that. And we will show you weather and lots of great things coming up here for your show. It all starts right now on TV8 Vail.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
This weather report is sponsored by Grand Hyatt Vail. Escape the cold and embrace the après-ski vibes at the Grand Hyatt Spa, where you'll find tranquility rooted in traditional alpine wellness.
Okay, we're here at the TV8 Weather Center. Something we've been all waiting for finally is coming our way, and that's snow. This morning by 8 a.m. it'll be 25 degrees. Your high today is 32 degrees, but happily we have cloudy skies and afternoon snow at 80% chance of same. Taking a look right now at the full day, 25 degrees as of 8. By noon, 32 degrees with cloudy skies, cloudy throughout the day. By 4, we're going to have that abundance of snow, thank goodness. And then by 8 p.m., more snow and 26 degrees. Taking a look at the I-70 corridor right now. Over in Denver, we also have some snow, and that's at 60% chance of snow and 20% and 20 my apologies. 20 degrees is your temperature in Denver. In Vail, 90% chance of precipitation, 32 degrees, 38 in Eagle, and 60% chance of precipitation there. And then here in Avon, where we are located, 80% chance of snow and 34 degrees. Now we're going to see and tell you what tonight looks like. The low tonight is 12 degrees with more snow coming our way at 80% chance of same. And tonight, the sun sets at 5:38 p.m. And now we're going to take a look at the full week. Wednesday is 60% chance of precipitation, mostly cloudy skies, 17 degrees for your high and 0 for your low. On Thursday, mostly sunny with 33 for your high and a 20% chance of precipitation, 25 degrees for your low. Friday, big snow again, 70% chance of that. 36 for your high and 23 for your low on that Friday. And then Saturday, pretty much the same, 70% chance of snow showers, 32 for your high, 17 for your low. And then on Sunday, partly cloudy skies, a nice mellow day with 40 degrees for your high and 20 degrees for your low. Now let's take a look at the snow report over in Beaver Creek. No new inches in the last 48 hours. Our season total is 150 inches. Your base depth is 43 inches. Your lift hours at Beaver Creek, 8:30 in the morning till 4 p.m. And then we have 24 lifts open in Beaver Creek, 174 trails available to you. That gives you 98% of the terrain. In Vail Mountain, no new snow, but we can expect some soon. And 182 inches is your season total right now. 53 inches is your base depth. Vail Mountain lifts are open till 3:30 from 8:30 this morning. 31 lifts are open for you guys. 274 trails of beautiful open terrain at 98%. That's a look at your weather and your snow report. And now I did mention it's National Latte Day. Let's find out how we can make one at home with Kim.
We're in the kitchen for the second day in a row.
Yes.
I'm making Ross into a chef.
Yes.
He doesn't know yet, but that was part of the reason he signed up for this job.
Yeah,
Cooking lessons on air.
Yeah.
But we are actually going to make, I love a good holiday festive cocktail, and I traveled this past weekend, went to one of the local coffee shops, and they were all out of the festive holiday drinks. I know, can you believe it? So we are making a Starbucks dupe, or a fancy coffee shop dupe, I guess I shouldn't say Starbucks, a sugar cookie latte recipe, and the trick to that is all in the simple syrup. Did you know that?
Of course, yeah, of course.
Of course, obviously. So it's super simple. You can use an espresso or regular coffee. If you're making this at home, chances are you're probably just making a regular coffee, but we're gonna go ahead and get started, and we're gonna make this simple syrup. And this is where the secret ingredient kicks in. So I'll tell you all about it. With it, we've got, you've got 3 different extracts in this one. So a butter extract, and that's what's gonna make it taste like the cookie. And we've got a vanilla extract and almond extract. So 3 different extracts, 2 different kinds of sugar, and some water. It's pretty simple.
Love it. Love it. Sounds
Awesome.
delicious.
Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, Ross, I'm going to tell you what to do, and we're going to start mixing things up in our pot to make our simple syrup. So we need about 1/4 of a cup of water to get started, and the water will be our base. So we've got a bottle of water here. I've got the man in the kitchen to open things for me. Just kidding, I could do it myself. But we're going to pour about a half, we've got a half a cup right here, measurement style. So we'll just do about half of that with water. And then we'll pour the water in here. So looks great. We've got it, it's already heated, nice and sizzling. Next, we're gonna add our sugar. So we've got 2 different kinds of sugar. If you want to reduce some of the sugar count, you can use a monk fruit sweetener, which is actually what we're gonna do here today. We're going to do about 1/4 of a cup of this. So same thing, we're just gonna take our cup measuring, or our measuring cup, and do about half of it. So no pressure.
Are we doing this monk fruit?
We're doing the monk fruit sweetener versus regular granulated sugar, but we will have 2 kinds of sugar in this. So just about half. Looks good to me.
Straight
We'll
in?
just dump it straight in there. Now we're gonna add a little bit of the brown sugar, because if you recall, when you're making cookies from scratch, you usually have 2 kinds of sugar in it. So we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar into our mix. The tablespoons are the big ones. If you're not a big cook in the kitchen, make sure you use the biggest spoon for tablespoons. Okay,
All right, we're getting there.
We're getting there. So it's really super simple, and you just want to start like kind of just making sure that the sugar doesn't burn. We'll just do 2 of those. Yeah, it doesn't have to be super packed in there.
We're gonna be a little generous with the brown sugar.
We are. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Now the next pieces are the fun ones. So we're gonna go ahead and separate this. We need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So vanilla is like a staple in all things baking, you know. Yeah. We'll do about 1 teaspoon in here. There we go. Perfect. It's okay if you go a little extra, as I always say. Vanilla, you can always go a little bit overboard and it'll taste good. Then we're gonna do a half a teaspoon of the butter extract, and that's what's gonna make it taste like a cookie. So just a half a teaspoon of that. There we go. And then we're gonna do a half a teaspoon of the almond extract. And I love a good almond flavor when I'm baking. Sometimes I actually swap out my vanillas and my almonds, and it tastes quite delicious.
It smells amazing right now.
It does, right? We're just having a little Christmas cheer over here. It's a sugar cookie latte, but I think you could really actually use it all times of the year, right? So we're just gonna stir it a little bit. You know, it really doesn't matter. Minimal tools in the kitchen if you need it. You're just gonna stir. You can see it's starting to like brown up a little bit. You just want to reduce it down and like let it thicken. Cool. And then this is gonna be our simple syrup. Cool. Now, the best part about simple syrup, making it from scratch, this will last about 2 weeks in the fridge if you wanted to keep it in the fridge. So that way you've got delicious lattes for 2 weeks long. It's probably just about the same price as buying it at a Starbucks. So I think it's a win over here. But then really super simple. You know, are you an espresso guy or are you a coffee guy?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Depends on the day.
All right. So if you were ordering, would you prefer a latte or coffee? What would you do this morning?
I like the skinny flat whites, like the small one, like a little less milk, you know.
I'm about the same. So what's great about this, you can follow exact measurements to make this coffee cocktail, I guess you could call it, or you can kind of just freehand it. So we warmed up some milk. You can use any milk that you want to. So for each latte, you'd probably do about 3/4 of a cup of milk. But for you, if you prefer a little bit less, you can just do like half if you want to. And so this is starting to look really good here. We're just gonna let it simmer a little bit. And then you do about, to get a true like ratio so you can really taste the syrup, you do about 3/4 of a cup of coffee. And then like 3/4 of a cup of milk, and then 1/4 of a cup of coffee. So less coffee, more milk for that true latte. You can froth it up with like a little frother or steam it, whatever you've got on hand, or you can just warm it up and it tastes delicious.
Lovely.
So we'll go ahead and we've got our fun Christmas coffee mugs here, or winter coffee mugs, I guess you could say, and a little bit of coffee. So we'll pour some coffee into it. Wish us luck though, it could be messy.
So we'll do about half and half.
I'll do about half and half in there, and you just want to pour that in there. As you can see, this simple syrup is really starting to look nice. It's browned a little bit because of the different extracts that we've got. Smells delicious. Do you smell the sugar cookie?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I also smell the coffee I just spilled all over the counter.
Hey, it's okay, you know, it's live TV, live cooking, all the deliciousness. So then once we do that, we can actually add a little bit of milk into both of them as well. And our milk is warm, so it's not going to cool down the coffee. And we'll just keep stirring it here. This simple syrup is looking great. And just keep letting it kind of burn down a little bit. And you know, it's bubbling up, and that means that it's reducing. So the sugar is starting to caramelize and get a little bit thicker. That's where the water base kind of keeps it from going. Loving Ross's face right now. One of my favorite things about being in the kitchen with Ross is watching the outcome.
You got a little cleaning up to do after this, that's for sure.
Hey, it's like a kitchen at home, you know? It's like made with love.
That's what it is. Well, when you bake, you have to be very precise, right?
Exactly. But, you know, that's the beauty of this. We're not really baking.
This is
it's the latte. It smells like a cookie, but it's not.
Cool.
So, and then if you really want it to be sweet, and I'm like a medium sweet kind of girl.
Okay.
So typically I would do about 3 tablespoons of our simple syrup. But I don't know about you. I'm probably going to do 2 in this latte and try it out. So what's your
I'll take whatever's left over.
Well, hopefully not too much.
No, you
yep,
tell
it
me.
looks great to me. We're just going to go ahead and do a couple of spoonfuls here. One there.
That was pretty. You made that look very easy. You want to do another one?
We'll do another one. Why not? You know, it is pretty easy, and the best part is because our coffee's hot, we don't have to let this cool. It'll just taste quite delicious.
These are some nice mugs too.
I won't tell you where I got them, but a local artist.
Love that. Love that.
By the name of Amazon.
Love that.
All right. And the best part about this is because it's the holiday season, I normally don't do whipped cream on my coffee. Yes. But we are making a delicious Starbucks dupe in a gorgeous mug. We don't have the paper mugs.
Yes.
I'm just going to do a little bit of whipped cream along the top. Do you want some?
There is more whipped cream than coffee right now.
Well,
and that's how
TBD. TBD. But this is what it would look like. You can add some sprinkles to it. Just quite delicious, and I think it smells so good. So
cheers.
Cheers. Happy Tuesday. Merry Christmas.
That's amazing.
And I taste a sugar cookie.
That's sweet,
it's quite delicious. So if you want the recipe, obviously ping us on our Facebook page, follow us on social media, and we'll share it with you. But it's great to have it home, especially if you're hosting a large group of people. You can just make them something delicious.
That was quick.
It was quick. Quick and easy. Not all things take forever. Anyways, we'll be right back. We are just getting started with our show. I'm really glad that I have a cup of coffee to enjoy over this next couple of hours.
Yep. All right.
We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Coming at you from around the world. The biggest names in sports, entertainment, and business.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's no way.
Exclusive access and one-on-one conversations.
Yeah, you guys really did some deep research.
I don't think we should give him any more information.
In depth with Graham Bensinger.
You know TV8 Vail has great local content, but did you know about our production services? Hire an expert to develop your website reel, commercials, live stream events, studio production, and more. If you can dream it, we can help you do it. TV8 delivers high-quality content in both English and Spanish. Contact us today to discuss your next project. Email Danielle at tv8vail.com or call 970-628-9881. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back, everybody. This is your Tuesday edition of TVA's Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Liz, and I have a very special guest with me right now. This is Nick Hodges from Fresh Camp. Now, when I was reading about Fresh Camp, I literally, in my mind, thought it was kids camp, but it's not exactly that. This is really cool. You're fairly new within the inception, within the last couple of years. You're located in Eagle. Tell us all about Fresh Camp. It's for adventures, and this is really exciting. So what is going on with you guys so we can tell everybody so they can get their kids excited?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Fresh Camp, I've got the charcuterie here, which is our adventure-ready snack container. So that's why she was saying it's for kids, but really it's for everyone, right? And so this is your adventure-ready snack container where you can bring snacks into the backcountry. This is one of our most popular products, but what we do at Fresh Camp is outdoor-inspired products.
Oh my God, this is so fun.
Yeah, so we do business to business. So we sell to businesses and help them promote their brands, whether that's through resale or promotional. I brought some goggle covers to give you guys. So as really we want to get your brand in front of your customers in a stylish and way that they will actually use and remember your name.
So this is mostly product placement type of thing where you can work with businesses and they get their logos on top of these things.
Exactly, yep.
This isn't camp at all. This is really cool, though.
Yeah.
This is a really unique and different kind of idea for everybody. I love this. So you can also do for businesses or maybe like a wedding party or anything like that for a big event, any kind of big event, you could basically personalize it for them.
Absolutely. And so we're really big into the event space right now. So we're working a lot with the ski mountains, a lot of competition services. And so a lot of the big mountain competitions that are happening, we provide a lot of stylish merch for that. And we do free graphic design, which that sets us apart from everyone else.
Well, that's a big cost.
Yeah, it really is. And it's free custom graphics. And so, you give us an idea and we'll create it for you. We do that up front, and so you don't pay a dime until you see exactly what you're going to get created. And so, really what we believe in is creating the best product for you that, again, people are going to use and wear.
Yes.
And the design is a huge part of it, right?
Yeah, for sure. So if everybody here at TVA, the cast, the crew, we wanted to make a big party, let's say, like a big adventure. So you would, if we wanted, I love the name of this, charcuterie.
Yeah.
I love it. So what other products do you do for the clients? So like if we were going to go on a big adventure and we wanted to give each one of our peoples something special.
So we kind of tailor the experience to whatever it is, right?
Wow.
So we kind of identify what is the event, who is the ideal clientele, and we'll kind of suggest some products there. And so we do a lot of neck gaiters and goggle covers. Those are very useful. We have these carabiner mugs, little mug, stainless steel that you laser engrave with a carabiner.
I love that.
Yeah, so very outdoorsy.
Very cute stuff. You have apparel and headgear and all kinds of stuff for the outdoor adventures. Water bottles?
Water bottles, that's how we started.
No way.
Yes. So
because they're very popular out here.
Absolutely. So Fresh Camp, we created the name on a hike in the Tetons, and we were going to be a drinkware company. And so we were going to reinvent those 5-gallon stainless steel, the 5-gallon water stations that you see at restaurants. We developed a stainless steel version of that. And we started with that. That was too expensive to get into.
I was going to say.
So we kind of took a step back and started with drinkware.
Nice.
And Fresh Camp came from that. It was like fresh, you want it to be clean water and whatnot. And then camp was the outdoor themed.
Right.
So we started laser engraving mugs out of our house.
Oh my gosh.
Which was...
You sound like a Shark Tank
Yeah,
starter.
I know, right? Yeah, well, that's how it all starts, right?
Yeah, it
and,
does.
So we were doing that, burning the midnight hours, like that thing broke all the time. And so we were like, well, this isn't really sustainable. And people were asking us for more things. Shanna, my partner who does all the graphic design, she's got like 10 years of experience in the apparel industry. And so let's use that. She's the talent, I'm the business side, and we put our heads together and Fresh Camp was born.
I love it. And you actually say you have white glove service without the stress. So you basically take all the stress out of everybody, whether it comes to a fundraiser that they're going to have or an outdoor activity that they're going to do, a big hike or camping experience. They just have to call you, and the rest is up to you, and they get to just show up and have a great time. And I like the idea that they don't have to pay until they approve.
Yes.
That's very special.
Yes. You know, you don't want to scare people away with collecting credit cards and whatnot. And we make it so easy to work with us that's why we offer that. Yes, we've created tons of designs for people that haven't bought.
Right.
But they might tell their friends, right? And,
yes.
and we're building an empire here, and that's what we're trying to do.
Ooh,
and so,
I love that.
Yeah,
you have big goals.
We have very big goals.
Well, I think that's fantastic. And you know what I just thought about with your charcuterie to go? You could I'm going to open it for people to see inside because it's really cute. And what you could do with this, see, okay, this is like got everything in the world that I want to eat.
Yes.
There's miniature Pop-Tarts in here. I'm in trouble. But this is
you guys
cool.
the sugar rush in the morning. You know?
Right. But what you could do is there's different size containers. And what I was thinking of, a lot of people when they ski, they want to take a little break. You could even do like lunch meats or anything like that. And put that in their backpack and take it with them. And they'll be the only ones sitting there with a little charcuterie while they're taking their break and everyone else is eating, I don't know, a pocket hot dog or something like that.
That's exactly, so we do this. We bring burger condiments up and grill up at Vail. We bring this to the Ford Amphitheater concerts, rafting, hiking, biking. It fits in a backpack. We also have a larger version.
Oh, you
so this is the personal. We also have the party, which is about twice as big, still fits in a backpack. But yeah, that's the concept is people can bring the charcuterie out. You avoid bringing plastics out into the environment as well.
Yeah.
And so, you know, all of these
and they're
were
reusable.
packaged. Yes, exactly. And like you mentioned, it's got the divider so you can really segment it however you'd like to.
Sporting goods. I mean, sporting affairs too.
Yes.
Tailgate party. I'm coming up with all these ideas.
Airplane rides, like road trips.
Just don't put tuna fish in it on the airplane.
Yeah, please don't
put tuna in there.
You might upset some people.
Oh, it's so funny the things people do.
Yes.
But this is really, I mean, there's no, even like a really long car ride when you have the kids in the back and they're like, I want this, I want that. Mini Pop-Tarts, people, that's what I say.
Just knock them out with the sugar.
Yeah. I don't know about knocking them out. It might get them hyper, but this is a really, really clever idea. And I mean, you can see it's airtight, so it keeps it fresh and would probably remain wet-proof as well.
Yes. It's water resistant if you submerge it.
Well.
But yeah. So
submerge anything in water, I don't care.
Exactly, yeah.
I think this is a marvelous idea. And what's your most popular item that gets ordered?
So this winter, it's been neck gaiters for sure.
Oh, yeah.
The neck gaiters have been really popular, and we've done a lot, like I mentioned, for those competition services,
Right.
and that's the best gift to give somebody.
It
like,
really
hey,
is.
Stay warm. And charcuterie goes right up there, though. This is definitely our most unique. You know, a lot of people do neck gaiters.
Yes.
Not as cool as ours, I want to say.
Right.
But the charcuterie has been like one of those things where people are like, oh my gosh, this is such a cool idea. But we've done some really cool hats, really cool T-shirts. We just did for Idaho. It's got the Idaho logo with the skier throwing a flip on there, and like just really cool stuff that relate to the people of Colorado,
right?
And anyone that's outdoor. And you know, if the name relates to you, you're our people. Come into the community.
And I like the hats, and I think that kids and school teams, sporting teams, would love something like this as well because they could do something for just gathering for the games and things like that. I'm very blown away by this. It's a great idea. That'll be a Shark Tank or something like that. But I think that this is really incredible for you guys. And I'm really happy that you're here for everyone. How do people order something like this or talk to somebody so they can throw ideas at them to figure out for their next big event?
Yeah, absolutely. So freshcamp.com. You can also follow us on social media. We've got a lot of our work there.
Nice.
And we've got a little portal that you can start your project, select which products you want. And then from there, really, we design everything for you. You'll receive a presentation with all of the custom designs that we create for you. And it's as simple as just saying, I want that one, and that one. Let's get the quantity going, and we handle everything else.
I'm impressed. This is Nick Hodges, everybody, from Fresh Camp, freshkamp.com, and find them on social media and make sure your next big event includes fresh camp products, everybody. This is such a great idea for personalization and just gatherings and everything else. I can't thank you enough for being here with me. Thank you. Nick Hodges, everybody. It's Fresh Camp right here on Good Morning Vail on TV8, and we'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
This show looks at anything that has an engine and a story told by the owners. This is a scooter. Have you had it the whole time?
I have not. It's actually the third time I've owned the car.
Sell regret, sell regret. To the actual prototype GT40, I got to sit in that car.
Oh, I gotta get me one of these, man.
We've got all the muscle, the speed, and the stories.
I got stage 4 cancer. A bunch of friends came together and decided that this thing needed to get done then. A lot of friends came together and made this thing happen.
Hey, if it has an engine and a story, you're going to hear about it on rides. Almost every vehicle, doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, there's some tie to your past.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. It is your Tuesday edition of TV8's Good Morning Vail. I have two beautiful ladies with me right here on the sofa, and I just got the pronunciations of your names, Lisa Pashada and Stevie Bracci. How are you, ladies?
Doing well.
Yay, so nice to have you here. Thanks for getting up early and being here with us. So now you guys are here with Mountain Youth. Correct?
Yes.
And you have a lot of great things going on. First of all, we just want to thank you guys for what you do for the kids here in our community. It's a wonderful organization. How long has Mountain Youth been around?
About 20 years.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
So the kids that started with it are now adults bringing their kids over to Mountain Youth. That's very interesting. Yeah. Now I want to start off with something that you guys have coming up on Thursday. It's restorative practice. I'm curious to know what that is.
Wonderful. Well, I'm Lisa Bashada.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, and I work for the Eagle County School District.
Nice.
Yes. So on Thursday, we are going to be doing a presentation for families on restorative. So restorative is a way of managing issues and conflict in a way that's really productive. So the restorative practice originated from indigenous cultures about how we manage discipline and how we manage problems. So it has a long, long history. But what we've seen is restorative has now been widespread in schools, in the criminal justice systems, at home. So we really want to help families understand how to use restorative at home, because we're doing a ton of restorative in our schools.
Now that's interesting, and when people think of the word restorative, it almost feels like a rebuilding or like a coming back from something and making it bigger and grander.
Yes.
And so that's something that within the children, the mind, between the school system and Mountain Youth, you guys have everything covered. What would take place within this on Thursday? What would we be doing?
So what I would like to do is help families understand what's happening within the school systems, and then also giving practical skills on what to do in a restorative fashion at home. So really thinking about incentive systems, thinking about conversations, thinking about lots of things that really help to avoid the conflicts that happen at home.
Okay. And what are some of those? Can you give a couple away? I'm just curious.
Well, certainly. We are going to focus on designed questions that we use in the schools, and we'll share with parents that really help students and actually anyone understand like how their behavior affected others, and then helping them figure out how to fix it. So much is around fixing the harm and doing it in a way that's productive. So often, kids are sent home suspended. They don't really gain or understand or learn exactly. And this is different. This is where a student has to sit in front of somebody that they've hurt and hear how that has affected that person, and then come up with a plan of how to resolve it and fix it.
Communication? What?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, where were you guys when I was in school? Because it was almost like the Wild West of schools, because nobody really took the time like you all do to really get into the minds of the kids and understand what they're going through. And maybe if somebody's being bullied, why is that bully doing it? There's reasons behind things. Instead of just getting angry and suspending a child, find out what's going on in their head, find out what's going on at home, find out what can be done to fix this. And it's just a wonderful experience for everybody, the parents especially, because they might be frustrated and not even understand what's going on with that. So, I mean, this is really cool, and I like the fact that you do it in both English and in Spanish. Yes. So everybody can get involved in this. And this is going to be on Thursday at the Edwards Early Learning Center. Now, is that near Riverwalk?
I was just going to tell you the address.
Okay,
so it's
great.
1121 Miller Ranch Road.
Oh, okay.
So
That's easy.
Yeah, it's an easy location. We are going to have an interpreter, and we're going to have childcare and food. So we welcome everyone to come.
You're going to have childcare? That's
We
so
always offer
amazing.
childcare at all of our events so that any family can come, trying to reduce all the barriers.
I love that. So they can actually pay attention to what's going on, and then the kids can have their little field day with whomever you have to have play games or whatever it is that you do with them. That's amazing. So now, how did you guys combine minds and forces?
Well, at Mountain Youth, we have a community education series called Eat, Chat, Connect.
Okay.
And we usually have one once a month, and we look for experts or leaders within our community and elsewhere to come and present to parents and youth on a different mental health topic, or especially like learning about what is happening within the schools. And we thought this would be a great partnership. Since students are learning about restorative practices, we want parents to also learn about what's going on, what are the students learning about, how can we implement this in our schools. So we just thought this would be a great partnership. Mountain Youth and Eagle County School District works very closely together.
I'm glad they should.
On other programs. And so, we just like to support one another and support our families.
No, I mean, it's just a wonderful combination, because the two of you seem very altruistic and you really care, and you were just called a leader and an expert. So hey, your day's been made.
That's right, it definitely is.
So what other kinds of things do you guys do combined together that help our kids and families?
Sure. So there's another program that we are working on. It's called Prime for Life, and that is another alternative to suspension program. It's for youth that might be using substances such as alcohol or tobacco or marijuana. And if they're caught using those on school grounds or even outside of school, then we want to work with those students to support them in either recovery or understanding the risks that are associated with using substances so early on. And so it could be offset their suspension, either in school or out of school. So we're working with the school district on that. We have other programs that the school district will refer to us for. One is called We Hear You. And so that's for youth who, again, might be struggling with truancy or communication issues either within the school or at home. And we have a trained facilitator come together with the parents and the youth together to learn how to better communicate with one another, understand like youth development and where their brains actually are. So that's another program that we work very closely with the schools with. We receive a lot of referrals from counselors for that program.
Well, I gotta say, rearing children has come a long way. It's such a much more gentle approach that you guys are doing, and I love the idea that if a kid gets caught, let's say smoking cigarettes, my parents would be like, smoke the whole pack, you'll never smoke again, and then you're like, this is why I sound like this now. So, you know, the tough love thing is good for certain scenarios, but really this gentle approach that you all have come up with is really wonderful, because I think that kids want to be heard. And when you're busy yelling at them or not caring, it's not about not caring, but it's just what we're programmed to do. You know, you're drowning out what they're saying because you're so angry. But then when people like you guys come in and you can make it a much more even field for communication.
And I have to share that it's not actually easier. The things that we ask students to do take time. I mean, to sit in a conference and a circle and hear from somebody else how you've harmed them and then figure out how to fix it is way harder than going home for a day.
That's so true.
It is a lot of work to help kids grow, and that's really an important piece that we have to consider.
It really is, but we've seen such a change in the dynamic. Moms and dads are both equally involved in their kids' lives and things like that. And everything that you guys do for the kids, the youth here, it sets us up for a much brighter future and a much more just exciting thing for us all to look forward to, unless we're older and we won't be around. But still, I think what you guys are doing is wonderful, altruistic, beautiful, and gentle, and I can't thank you enough. So we have Lisa Pichata from the Eagle County School District, and we have Stevie Bracci from Restorative Practices, and I can't thank you guys enough, Mountain Youth rather. But Thursday, make sure you get on over there, and real quick, we're going to close out, but how do people reach out to you guys?
So you can register at mountainyouth.org. We have all of our events listed on our calendar page. So that's the best way to register. And I think
when you come, you'll be able to reach me. You can see my information's on the handout.
Well, you ladies are wonderful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making our future more brighter and exciting to look forward to. And we have a future coming here, so I bet you're going to be the most amazing mom. Thank you, ladies, for being here on TV8 with me. It's been wonderful. You guys, check it out, Eagle County Schools, and, of course, Mountain Youth doing great things for our families here in our community. We are TV8. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Morgan. I'm with Ron Byrne and Associates. And today I'd like to welcome you to Mine House and Mi Casa, a premier bed and breakfast right here at the base of Beaver Creek Mountain. Let's go inside.
This property is currently being run as a bed and breakfast with 20 bedrooms, all with ensuite bathrooms. Right now we are standing in Mi Casa, and next door we also have Mine House. A wonderful opportunity to own a turnkey hospitality business, but it's also an opportunity to own it as a private residence. It can be sold all as one or in individual pieces, however you choose.
So now that we've had a chance to show you these two amazing properties, Mi Casa and Mine House,
we would love the opportunity to show you in person. Give us a call.
The season starts when Nate Dogg, Trailer Tom, and friends have started the season at Farming.
There it is, the white ribbon of living.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And on that very first chair, two very familiar faces who've been in line for 2 days.
My name is Nate Dogg, N-A-T-E, D-O-G-G-G-G.
My name is Trailer Tom.
Nate Nadler and Tom Miller live nearby.
I feared nothing but not getting first shirt.
Second chair nightmare.
Yeah, second chair nightmare.
My goal is to continue to fight for this first chair as long as I'm physically able. First chair coming at us one more year.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back, everybody. We are having just a great show for you guys this morning. This is going to be a very important discussion. We are all really worried about being scammed online, and we have somebody very special to talk about scam prevention. It's Farnoosh Torabi. Hello, how are you today?
Good morning, Liz. Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad you're here, and we are really eager to hear some great pointers because scam prevention is something that we're really concerned about. I mean, I've been phished from my bank and from all these different little outlets that we have that we pay for things online for our purchases and things like that. So what are some of the most common scams that we have?
Well, I want to focus on social media scams today because this is where we're seeing unfortunately, a lot of growth, a lot of scams on the rise. Based on JP Morgan Chase data, nearly 50% of scams reported to Chase by their customers are originating on social media. And a lot of times these scammers are insisting on payments through Zelle, through wire transfer. And the types of scams really run the gamut. They're typically on these social media marketplaces. They include listings for rental properties, concert tickets, pet listings, home services. What happens is they'll often post these listings at really wildly low prices. You can't believe it. And then they insist on these payment methods that don't have purchase protection. And then, unfortunately, then the consumer falls into the trap. They either never get the product or they do, and they're not pleased.
That's crazy because I know what you're talking about when I'm going through looking at feeds and things like that. Something will pop up. Or I like to go on Marketplace to see what's going on if I look for certain antique things. But the one thing I've realized is unless you're talking to an actual human and you're going to meet them in person, I wouldn't ever just throw money at somebody, especially if it's not through the proper means. So how do people look for these certain red flags, and what are some red flags that we can really pick up on so we don't get taken?
The glaring red flags are, one, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If the price is just a wow, be skeptical, maybe walk away, delete the listing. The second is look for a sense of urgency. Is the listing trying to pressure you to buy quickly? And not only that, but buy in a certain way. Like, again, those payment methods that don't have purchase protection, all red flags. And what I would recommend is when you're about to pay, if you decide, okay, this is like what I want and I've done my research and I'm ready to click buy, make sure you're doing so with a payment method that does have purchase protection, like credit cards. On the other hand, Zelle, much better for, transactions between friends, family, loved ones, never to send money to a stranger on the internet.
That's correct. I agree with you 100% because it happened to me. I don't know. I have the really worst luck when it comes to that. I know. So I don't do any purchasing online anymore. I don't put my credit card numbers into anything just to be safe. But what are some other ways that we could keep ourselves safe online from these scam artists? Because they're getting really clever. And there's one where you get stuff sent to you from Amazon. And then if you didn't order it, you go in and you try and return it, and then you put your information in, and then boom, they have all your stuff.
Oh my gosh. They're getting very sophisticated. They're using AI. So my recommendation is again, talking about social media marketplaces, before you buy, go to a third-party site like a search engine. Go off social media, in fact, and do some research. Type in the name of the company or the name of the seller and the word fraud or reviews, and just see what comes up, because a lot of times that extra step of doing the research on a different site can inform you in a way that's really going to save you.
And keep you protected and save you a few dollars that you might get taken out of your account because you're not paying attention. So I think this is such an important discussion. I'm really glad that you're here with us. And I mean, how can we use this tool to keep ourselves, right up front at schools and at home? Like at schools, how do they?
I mean, it's really, I think you mentioned it in the beginning that it's important that we share this information with all the generations. We can't just assume that everyone like I'm Gen X, Gen Y, I'm supposed to know all this stuff. No, it happens to the best of us. And I think like our grandparents, our children, everybody needs this information, especially the young adults, I think, who are newer to the technology, and they may not be aware of some of these patterns that we have already seen amongst the listings. And then there's also really important free resources online that everybody can access. Chase just launched a new free online resource with actionable tips to spot and avoid scams on social media. You can go to chase.com/don't get reeled in.
Well, that was amazing. And I love that link that you just gave us. Being online can be fun. Technology can take us to places that we've never imagined, but we want to be safe. We don't want to get robbed or anything like that. So I can't thank you enough. This is Farnoosh Torabi, and you are an expert. So thank you for all of the great information you gave us today. And let's hope we all stay safe and keep our money to ourselves. Very great.
Thanks, Liz.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming here and being with us this morning. We're TVH Good Morning Vail. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Discover the perfect blend of style and performance in your eyewear at Eyepieces. With convenient locations in Vail Village, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, Edwards, Basalt, and Snowmass, Eyepieces is the destination for luxury eyewear and high-performance optics. From iconic brands to the latest in sport frames and snow goggles, we have the eyewear to match your mountain lifestyle. Plus, we offer prescription lens services, including eye exams, custom lenses, and prescription goggles for your mountain adventures. Visit us today to experience the art of vision. Eyepieces, serving the Vail Valley's vision needs for over 40 years.
It's time for the best coverage of the top stories in sports. The Sports Wrap with Jason Page starts now.
How do you make Anthony Edwards the face of your franchise if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves? We'll get into that. And we say hello to our good friend Matt Verderam, who hangs out with us from SI.com, their NFL insider, one of them. Is hanging out with us on the program today. Did you see Caitlin Clark last night? She put up a 40-burger, hits the game-winning three as time expires. Let's turn our attention to the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most dysfunctional situations.
The Sports Wrap with Jason Page.
The Paltrowcast is an award-winning weekly series featuring exclusive interviews with entertainers, athletes, and other influencers. Tune in weekdays at 10 a.m. to see where the conversation takes us.
Paltrowcast. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to look at a segment right now that can help all of us. I know that sometimes I think, why did I just forget what I was about to do? Or you walk into a room and you wonder why you went in there. Or there's a lot of reasons for us to keep our memories alive and ways to keep it active and healthy. Let's find out a couple of tips so we can all use our memories a little bit better.
Thank you so much for having me. So for starters, I would say get enough sleep. You want to aim for about 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. And next, a brain-healthy diet is important. Plenty of fruits such as berries, vegetables, leafy greens, healthy fats like avocado, fish, or nuts, and really limit your processed food, especially sugary drinks, your fast food, processed snacks, all of that. Next up is exercise. I always recommend moving your body because you love yourself, not because you have to. Movement is key. Also, you want to keep your stress at bay. You can manage your stress with meditation, deep breathing, exercise, yoga, any hobbies or activities you have. And I always recommend a good supplement. Nariva is a favorite of mine. And unlike some supplements such as Prevagen, which said it improved memory, but they couldn't support the claim, Nariva Plus actually supports up to 6 brain health indicators, including memory when taken regularly. Plus, you can find Nariva right over the counter. I also recommend cognitive stimulation such as reading, puzzles, learning a language, playing an instrument, or taking a class. Social activities that include conversing with others are important as well. And always remember, do not smoke and limit your alcohol. And that certain medications can also impact your cognition negatively. For more information, please visit nariva.com.
Good morning, Vail.
I'm Danella Richard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel, and now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit. Swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits. Eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. I invite you to come along with me and discover the world.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunities for points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point for this contest. Yes,
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
TVA Vail is proud to announce the Wacky Winter Reading Program. We're asking children of all ages, K and even the teenagers going up to 12th grade, read 10 books or 1,000 pages by April 30th, 2025. You can find all the details on our website, tva-vail.com. Thank you to our sponsor, the lovely Eagle Valley Library District, where you can go pick up your book and have a great time. Have a great winter from your friends at TVA Vail.
Daily Flash.
I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to
Mitch English and Andrea Jackson have co-hosted together for over a decade. And now, only on Daily Flash, they serve up a fast, fun, fresh perspective on the day's trending news and entertainment. Daily Flash offers the latest in pop news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, wellness, and even some unscripted, irreverent, who knows what's next fun. Daily Flash with Mitch English and Andrea Jackson. Trending news and entertainment.
Good morning, Vail.
Lens of the Day is brought to you by Eyepieces of Vail and Goggle Bar.
It's that time of the morning where we get to talk all things ski gear, whether we're keeping you safe out there or whether we're helping you see so you can ski better. It's important that you keep your head protected when you're hitting the slopes though, and I've got an Anon Wave Cell helmet here first thing this morning. Now, this is a great helmet if you're making your way out, you're someone who loves to ski, ride, get out there on the slopes. So we're going to go over some of the great basic features and then we're going to get into those technical features. This helmet comes with an adjustable back so you can make it fit perfectly, no matter what you are doing, whether you want to throw an extra layer on under there, you can loosen it up. Or maybe it's just a little bit too big on you, well, you can tighten it down. That way it's the perfect fit. Another great feature on this helmet was going to be their vents, because it's going to keep you temperature regulated up there on the slope. So if you're someone who runs a little hot, then you pop those vents open. If you're someone like me who runs a little cold, then you keep them closed, and that way you can keep all that heat in there. Now, a new feature that a lot of helmets are doing is the magnet chin strap, and what this does is it allows it to be nice and easy if you're up there on the slopes. Maybe you're struggling to get your helmet buckled with your mittens on. You don't want to make your hands cold. Well, then this magnet system makes it nice and easy. All you do is pinch and slide, get it close by, and it snaps right into place. So pinch, slide, snaps into place, nice and easy. Now let's talk about this wave cell that you can see in here. You see all of that green, that nice pattern in here. What that means that this helmet can take a serious impact. This helmet is very durable. It is very safe. It is going to keep your brain protected up there on the mountains. So if you're someone who maybe does some intense tree riding or skiing, well, then this is the helmet for you, because it is going to keep your brain nice and safe. Now, if you're interested in collecting this helmet all on your own, well, then make your way to any one of the great Eyepieces locations, because they're going to have this helmet and an array of so many more. That way you can find the perfect fit for your head. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more.
Welcome back, everybody. A quick look at your day. We are super excited to have snow back. 70% chance of that today. We have cloudy skies throughout. By noon, it'll be 32. By 4 p.m., 29. By 8 p.m., 26 degrees. Snow showers throughout the day and the afternoon. And your sun will set tonight at 5:38 p.m. I want to thank our guests today. We had some great people here. Nick Hodges from Fresh Camp. That was a really great idea for you and your company to get some products. Make sure you check them out. And I also want to thank Lisa Prashata, and she's from Eagle County Schools. They have some amazing things going on. And, of course, they tie in with Mountain Youth. And we had Stevie Bratchie here to talk about all the wonderful things. Don't forget about Thursday. You guys can go and find out about all the wonderful things they are doing with restorative practices. This is something that communicates the family and the children and the schools and everybody else who is involved, and it's a really great way to keep that communication going within the family unit. And I also want to thank our last guest with all the great ideas on how to keep ourselves safe. That was Farnoosh Torabi, and she gave us great tips on how to not get robbed on the internet. So stay safe, everybody. Enjoy your beautiful, beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Get out there, enjoy the snow. It's Liz on TV8.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers